Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome back. We have a little bit of a interesting video here. So, as of recently, I bought a new car. I bought a daily. Basically, I needed something that I can drive through winter, something that I can drive basically around town and just comfortably. And I'm not driving around a slammed BRZ everywhere. Also, in recent events, I'm sure if you guys have seen the reels or uh, if you guys are following my TikTok, you guys have seen the videos about my BRZ. Uh, yeah, I mean, I'm not really going to go into too much detail about what happened, but just know that it is back in the shop. It'll probably return to me eventually. Hopefully, like sometime around January, maybe sometime next year. I'm probably not going to have it back for the rest of the year. So I needed a car that can get me that I can just drive in the meantime while the car's in the shop, and then also just a car that I can drive pretty much anywhere and not have to worry too much about. So that's what I picked up. I bought a Fiesta ST. I bought a Ford Fiesta ST. It's a 2014. It's not too shabby. It's a little rough around the edges, but I'll go ahead and show you guys it in a second. However, not even 3 days after buying my Fiesta, I managed to break it. So, So pretty much just I bought this Ford Fiesta. It's got about 125,000 miles on it, and yeah, I broke it within the first 3 days of ownership. So that's a new record for me, honestly. Like, that's a new record. Usually it takes me a little while to break a car right after I buy it. So I have a whole list of just maintenance shit that I need to get done on the car, and I was just knocking through that list. And pretty much like one of the first few things on the list was just regular maintenance, right? So oil change, spark plug, coolant flush. And I started with spark plugs, and then after the spark plugs, I was going to do the oil change, and then I was going to do the coolant flush like next weekend. And right off the bat, first spark plug that I go to pull, we snap it in half. It gets stuck in the block. I might show you guys a couple of clips here and there.
Oh, I heard it.
Yeah, but we did in fact snap a spark plug inside the head, and it was stuck in there. We actually managed to extract it, and the threads were fine, so we didn't have to pull the head or anything like that. We got extremely lucky in that situation.
Okay, go. I was like, oh, that felt good, but scary.
Oh my fucking god! We have a spark plug. Oh my god!
There you go.
Fuck yeah! But now the car's back up and running, so now I can bring you guys this video. I was gonna go ahead. My plan was just to get all the maintenance knocked out, then I was gonna, introduce the car to the channel. But it didn't really work out that way. I somehow broke the car before I could even make a video about it. But the car is up and running again. It's running better than ever. It runs super smooth now that we have the new spark plugs in there and the fresh oil change. It's basically, it's running like it should. It doesn't feel like it has over 100,000 miles on it, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the car, and we're going to go over a bunch of things that need to be done to it. And here she is. So this is the Ford Fiesta ST. It's a 2014. As you can see there, it's got the ST badges. It's a little rough around the edges. I mean, it's missing the weather stripping here. A few more interior things wrong with it. Some curb rash on the wheels. It's missing the fog light there, which we're going to go ahead and replace all of that because this side has it, that side doesn't. So, as well as this little dent here, missing some paint there. It came with this shift knob here. I'm not sure what brand it is, but I'm going to replace that soon because I don't like how the spring is exposed for the reverse lockout. Not a fan of it. But as you can see there, it's got 126,000 miles on it now. And I had just about 125 when I bought it. It was like on the high end of 125, so I'm pretty sure it hit like 126 like after only like the second day. Yeah, as far as the interior goes, it's got this giraffe here, but it's got these ST branded. These are made by Recaro. I don't know what if they did different trims for these cars, because I know in the Focuses they have the ST1, 2, and 3. But I should probably research that. But I don't know if this would be considered an ST1 or an ST2. I mean, it has the moonroof, so I'd imagine it's probably a higher trim model, and it's got the Sync 3. Here, if I put it in an accessory, it's got all the shit in there. So I mean, like, it's got Bluetooth. It's definitely a higher trim model. It has footwell lighting. You can't really see it that well in this time, but also the cup holders light up. You can change the colors with this button. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so it's a nice little daily. It's basically the whole point of this car. So a few maintenance items that we need to take care of is actually the moonroof. I don't know if I can really show you guys that well, but there isn't a slider. So there's nothing to cover the moonroof. So it's always open. So we're gonna have to source one of those from Ford. So, you know, that's pretty much just all I wanted to bring you guys, was just a nice little update video, just telling you guys, you know, the BRZ's back in the shop. I didn't want to make a video talking about that, but I know it's kind of like the elephant in the room, like, hey, where's the BRZ? It's gone. it's in the shop, and I'm getting it back. It's not broken beyond repair. It's not totaled. But I'm not really going to go too far into detail about that, because I don't want to bring that to my channel. You know, I want to just kind of bring you guys videos about cars. I don't want to bring you guys videos about car accidents. This is pretty much just about it. I mean, it's just a completely stock Ford Fiesta ST. I got it for a very good price, and honestly, it's going to do really well as a daily. I'm just going to make sure I keep up on the maintenance, and as soon as all that maintenance is done, we are going to start a budget build series on this car. And I think I'm actually kind of more excited for this than the actual, like, BRZ build, because the BRZ build, it's like, you know, there's so many other people doing the same shit that I'm planning on doing, and there's, you know, all the other guys on YouTube they're wide bodying their cars, taking it to SEMA. They have like some sort of fucking sponsor, but me, I'm trying to keep my BRZ stock body track car. You know, like, I want to do something different, but I also don't want to do anything like extreme. It's not going to be some like crazy wide body big turbo build. If anything, it's just going to be more of like a track build. So, but this car, on the other hand, the Fiesta, we're going to be trying to make this thing into a budget build. We're just going to do like a fun little budget build with this car, and honestly, that's what I'm mostly excited about, because I think with this car, we have a lot of potential for just for like kind of just like a fun daily driver that you can take to the track. Everything's going to be very subtle, and everything's going to be very nice, but it's also going to be built on a budget. Everything's going to be cheap, but I'm not cheaping out on everything. It's going to be just like affordable parts. If you guys are looking forward to that, then go ahead and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at CJSB, TikTok CJSB. It's all, I'm pretty sure all my handles are pretty much the same. I'll see you guys when we actually get started on this build. Oh yeah, side note, the list of maintenance that we have for this car, I've already written down. Don't mind my handwriting, but pretty much this is everything that we need to get done on the car. And we're just going to work until we have this entire list knocked out, and then that's when we're going to be able to start the actual build of this car. So pretty much everything that we have done is just registration, wiper blades, spark plugs, oil change, and that's pretty much like the first thing that we have, or the first thing I managed to get done within the first week. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and knock out all the other shit. So we need an air filter, cabin filter, coolant flush, tires. And then we're going to go ahead and hit it with a paint correction, interior detail. And then we're going to replace the windshield and the windshield trim, because the windshield has some, the windshield's just got some like chips in it, and I figure it might as well just replace the whole thing. So, you know, we're going to be replacing the windshield and the windshield trim. And then we're going to go ahead and get that moonroof cover that I was talking about, and the fog lamp and the fog lamp housing. And then once all of this is knocked out, we can go ahead and start doing exhaust, coilovers, etc. So, you know, we're going to start having fun with the car, but all that needs to be handled first. So we're going to, you know, I'm just going to basically handle all that. I don't know if I'm going to record any of that, because I feel like that's all just regular maintenance, but we're going to get into it eventually.